بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Rabbi Zidni Ilma. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well and everyone can hear me clearly.
Wa alaikum salam. Yes, we can hear you, Mawlana.
Okay, now just a quick recap of what we did last week, and then inshallah I'm going to continue. As I mentioned, that I want to elaborate what we had started last week and cover it in a bit more detail. So just give me 1 second. Let's move the screen now. Right, so last week and the week before, we started the discussion on the present tense, and we spoke about that the present tense itself has 3 states. The present tense has 3 states. This is in accordance to the particle which enters before the present tense, and it changes it from fi'l mudari marfu. In the marfu, the present tense singular verb ends with a dhamma, yadribu, and the dual, yadribani, and the plural, yadribuna. The noon has been added at the end in the plural masculine. And in tadribu, the dhamma is being placed to show that the present tense verb is in its original state, because the present tense has 3 states: marfu, al-majzumu, and al-mansubu. So al-majzumu implies that a particle of lam, la, don't do, is a negative command of commanding not to do, and lamul amr, you must do. So all of these 3 different types of particles, they enter the present tense, and it changes the present tense from marfu to al-majzum. If you can speak with me, that would be great, so that I know that everyone is understanding what's happening. Then we also spoke about there's 2 types of la. This is la an-nahiya, which is a negation command, and then you have a negative la, which means la. For example, if you have the verb la dhahaba, means he went, yadhabu, he is going. If I want to say I am not going, this is not a command, is this a negation? La adhabu, that is a negative. So a negation command is la tadhab, you should not go. So that is a negation command in opposite of the imperative amr. So when you say hit or go, idhab or idhrib. So this is a command of performing, and the opposite is preventing someone to do something, and that is called in Arabic normally. So in Arabic language, and when we do, inshallah, when we do start usul al-fiqh, jurisprudence, in the commands of the Arabic language, the amr. So in jurisprudence, we discussed this and mentioned that whenever in the Arabic language the imperative comes, the command comes, it indicates upon wujub, obligation. So it indicates upon obligation, and whenever a verse of the Quran comes with la, it means prohibition, that it is something haram. So amr, normally imperative, indicates upon wajib, and when la comes, it normally implies it is haram. So this is normally the jurisprudential rulings about the Arabic grammar and the Arabic position of certain particles which come in front of present tense or before present tense. And then we practice the difference between la and nahiya, which is a negative, and la and nafi, which is just negation. We did this. And then we also went through some ayat of the Quran of lan. So lan is a particle. So lam, so fi'l mudhari marfu in his original state takes a dhamma. And then when the particle lam or la or li, lam with a kasra comes, it makes the singular of the present tense with what, Sister Sadiqa?
Sorry, what was the question,
The
Maulana?
question is that when lam comes in front of the present tense, what happens to the singular of the present tense?
It gets a li, isn't it?
No, the last letter of the present tense. When
The
lam
last,
comes,
it becomes a sukun.
correct. And in the dual and the plurals, what happens to the noons?
The noons disappear,
Excellent.
right? And it just becomes like a wow with a alif.
Correct. Correct. And then in the singular feminine, lam, and if you want to say you did, so when lam comes, it also changes the meaning, yes, from present tense to past tense. So when we say lam tadrib, how would you translate that?
You didn't hit.
She did not
You
hit.
didn't hit. Yeah.
And then this was a mistake. That should be a ta instead of a ya. Lam tadriba. What would be that translated to? You too?
Lam tadriba. She didn't hit.
Yeah, they both
They
did
both
not.
didn't hit.
Yeah, did not hit. Correct. And then lam yadribna is
All female they didn't hit.
correct. They did not hit. Correct. Okay, that's brilliant. Next student, I would like to come forward, Sister Zamina. I don't know. Did you get a chance to listen? Assalamu alaikum, Sister Zamina.
Walaikum salam.
Did you get a chance to listen in to the recording for last week?
I have, yeah.
Okay, that's brilliant. I want you to go through when lam comes in front of you, one masculine, how would you translate a lam tadrib?
So lam is you didn't do.
You did not do. No, you did not hit.
You did not hit. Yeah, sorry. So
Correct.
you did not hit. And then it comes lam tadriba. So you both did not hit.
Correct.
And then lam tadribu. So you all did not hit.
Correct.
Lam tadribi. So you didn't hit, feminine. Lam tadriba. You both didn't hit, feminine. And lam tadribna. You all didn't hit, feminine. And then lam adrib. I didn't hit. And lam nadrib. We didn't hit.
Did not hit. Excellent. Right. Can you choose the next student to come on the mic, please?
Fatima Morali.
Sister Fatima Mirali. I'm not too sure if Sister Fatima has been catching up. Sister Fatima, would you be able to, have you revised this or did you get a chance to listen to this?
No, I didn't. I think if it's okay, can I pass?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's bring then who's there? I'm going to ask Sister Zeenat. Sister Zeenat Jan Muhammad, you was here last class.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. So Sister Zeenat, we did also lan. So lan
Yeah.
indicates future negation.
Yeah.
Yes, you remember that? So
Yes.
this is the third state of the present tense. Fi'l mudhari marfu, majzoom, and mansub. So
So,
when
yeah.
lan comes, the singular verb takes a fatha.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the arrow, which is pointing towards the left, it means that in the two states, in the majzoom and the mansub,
Yeah.
in lam, when lam comes, the noon with a fatha is dropped.
Mhm.
In the dual, where lan comes, which is a nasiba, meaning the last letter takes a fatha. In the dual and the plurals, the noon is also omitted.
Dropped. Yeah.
Correct. Can you go through all of the 14 forms, please?
Yes. Can I do the fatha because I've done the fatha?
Yes. Lan
Okay. So
yaftah.
okay. Lan yaf. You want the you want the la mama or you want the lan?
Lan, I want the lan.
Lan. Okay.
Yes.
Lan yaftaha. Lan yaftaha. Lan yaftahu.
Correct.
Lan taftaha. Lan taftaha. Lan taftahna.
Correct.
Lan taftaha.
Correct.
Lan taftaha. Lan taftahu. Lan taftahi.
Correct.
Lan taftahi. Then lan taftahna.
Lan taftahi, lan taftaha. You missed a jewel. Lan
So
taftaha.
lan taftahani, lan taftaha, and lan taftahna,
Correct.
and then lan aftaha,
Correct.
and lan naftaha.
Jazakallah. Is that clear for you?
Yes.
Right. For the rest of the class.
I
is
just
that clear?
I just had a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So when if the fataha is mazi,
Yep.
so the mudariya will become yaftahu, right?
Correct.
And then the lam amr will become liyaftah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Ah.
So lam, yeah, as I showed last time, lamul amr is lam with a
Yeah.
kasra, and you have so this yaftah, just add a
Yeah.
li yaftah, and it's
Yeah,
he should,
liyaftah.
it means that he should open.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
that's brilliant. Right. So today, what I'm going to do, because everyone, so majority of the class insisted upon me to cover this and give us more practice. So what I did mention is that I am going to cover this quite extensively, and I will cover the main themes of marfu, mansub, and majzoom. So you may see in the chat box in the WhatsApp group, I sent some screenshots, which I'll send as a PDF after class. But I want to now go through the other particles of majzoom and the other particles of mansub. The reason why I want to do it now, because it's fresh in your minds and it's easier for me to add on the other particles so that you can memorize them, understand them, and when you read the Quran, it becomes much more clearer for you. You won't question the questions will approach you that why now the noon has been dropped, why is there a fatah? Because you will know the other particles of majzoom and mansub. Is that okay with everyone? Is everyone happy?
Yes, that would be good.
Yes. Yes.
Right, okay. Now, let me just change the slide. Find that PDF file. I'll send this one as well, which I'm going to use so that you know what's happening. You have the PDF book already. I've sent that book already, but I'm going to go through this in more detail now. Right, I'm going to ask, who am I going to ask? So I will ask Sister Fatima Mirali. Can you come on the mic? Sorry, I'm picking on you. I know you didn't attend this class, but it's fine. It's text reading, so it's nothing that difficult. So you'll be able to, inshallah, catch up. Bismillah.
Okay.
So let's read.
Okay. These are as follows.
So first, let's read the title. These are al-huruful jazimatu. So particles that cause
Jazm. Particles that cause jazm.
What does that mean? So what particle that cause jazm, meaning that the singular verb of the present tense will the singular will take a sukoon, the june, and the plurals. The noons will be dropped. Bismillah, continue.
In, lam, lamma, lamul amri, la unnahyi.
Correct.
These appear before fi'lun mudari' and cause the following changes at the end. They give the last letter a sukoon if it is not a noon of tathniya or jama.
Excellent. Is that clear? So when these particles, now these are additional particles which the class has not done. The class only had done la and nahi and lamul amr. So we did lam, we did these three. Lamma is a new one now, and in. So in normally comes for condition. So in the Quran, in comes in the Quran quite often. So in comes in front of the present tense and makes it conditional. So when I mean conditional, it means that it becomes, the sentence becomes of two parts: condition and the reply for the condition. I'll give you ayat from the Quran in a few seconds. Bismillah, read.
They give the last letter as, oh, I read that, but hang on. If the last letter is a noun of tathniya or jam'un, it will be dropped. The exception is the noun of the two jam'un mu'annath. Table 4.2, al-huruf al-jazima. I go through the table? Or?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the harfu jazman in meaning is if. Example, in tajlis, ajlis. If you sit, I will sit. Lam, did not. Lam yadhribi, he did not hit me. Lamma, not yet. Dhahaba al-waladu walamma ya'ud. The boy went but has not returned yet.
So this is the meaning. So lamma means not yet, until now. Whereas lam means, so lam itself did not. So that's the difference between lam and lamma. They're pretty much the same things. One is, it changes the past tense, and not yet means until now, when lamma comes.
Li, should, shall, let. Liyajlis, he should sit.
So here, this lam with a kasra is coming in front of the present tense, makes a singular verb with a sukoon, and this indicates command. He should sit.
La, do not. La tajlis, do not sit.
So these are the ones. Lam, lamma, lamul amr, la inahi, and in. So these are the particles, all of them, which cause the present tense to come with a sukoon. Let's read the notes for it as well.
Sir, can I ask?
Yes.
Here, lam kisra.
Yep.
Should, shall, let. Liyajlis. But
Yes.
li we use as for.
Yes, li, that's two. As I said last lesson, li is used for when it comes with a noun. When it comes with a noun, li Muhammadin. But when it comes with the present tense and the last letter of the present tense takes a sukoon, it comes the meaning of a command.
Okay, okay,
Okay, I mentioned that last week. So
okay.
it's good that you've asked that question again. It shows that people have not can't remember everything. That's good, because it refreshes
Can
everyone's
I
memory.
ask you one question?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You know, you said that lam,
Yep.
lamma,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
Lam and lamma.
Yes.
Lamma is has to be. I mean, after lamma, is it present tense? In both
Yes.
of them, it is present tense.
Yes. So lam and lamma, both of them enter the present tense.
Yeah.
The only difference is that lamma, it indicates now, whereas lam, sorry. Yeah, so lamma, it means not yet. So as the boy went but has not returned yet, means yet. When you say yet, it means until now. So that's what lamma does. Whereas it is from talking from the past tense to the present. Whereas lam, it changes the present tense to past tense. For example, lam yadribni, he did not hit me.
Okay.
He did not hit me. It's past tense. It's not talking about present at all. But when lamma comes, it indicates until now, from the past until now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the difference between the two.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
can we say, sorry.
Yep.
So
Go ahead.
can we say, Sheikh, that lam means there is no possibility. He did not hit me. So there is no possibility that he hit me. But lamma, the boy has not yet returned. There is a hope that he will return.
Yes, yeah, you could say that. But the thing is that that is not the meaning which normally lam is trying to convey. It's just trying to convey the action happened in the past tense. And lamma means until now, it has not happened yet. The returning of the boy has not happened as yet.
So for example, lam yalid,
Yep.
Allah did not beget, and there
Correct.
is no possibility that he will ever beget.
Exactly. Yes, yes, absolutely right.
But Lama, this boy has not yet returned. He will return or he could return.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely,
thank you. Thank you, Sheikh.
absolutely. Continue, sister. All right, let me go back.
Right.
Doctor, is this clear so far for you?
Alhamdulillah, it's fine. Yes, thank you.
Okay, let's continue, sister. Let me get someone else actually. Doctor, go ahead yourself. I show on the mic. Let me bring you. Bismillah. Let's do the next 4 notes.
Inna appears, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna appears before 2 verbal sentences. The first one is called sharat, condition, and the second is called an answer or result, jaza. Inna appears in 2 types. Inna appears before illa. It should be translated negatively. Example, Inna haza illa malakun kareem. He is not but an honorable angel, as in Surah Yusuf. This negation should also be expressed. He is an honorable angel. Lam can also be used to give the meaning of lamma. Lam can also be used to give the meaning of lamma. For this, ba'du or al-an is added, illa is added after fi'l al-madhari, which was given in jazm by lam.
Okay, right. This is quite
Lam
interesting.
yazhab ba'dahu, example, lam yazhab ba'du, he has not gone yet.
Yeah, so lam normally indicates past tense, but lam can also be used with the meaning of lamma. So as we said, lam and lamma, they're pretty much meaning not, but one is until now. So if with lam, if you add ba'do, he has not gone yet, or ila an is added after the fi'l mudari, which
Yes.
was given majzoom. So if you add these particles, ba'do or ila an, it changes lam's meaning to the meaning of lamma. So this is quite straightforward. So lamma can be changed to the meaning of lamma. This is how you do it. And the other important point is this one here. When in comes with illa, so this condition, this particle in and illa comes together, this is important. It comes in the meaning of negative. Negative. So this in and illa together, negative. And this point here, this is more common in the Quran. So whenever in comes, in tansur, ansur, in tansur, ansur. If you help, I will help. So this is very common in the Quran, the in itself. So that always when in comes, there will be 2 verbs. There will be 2 verbs together. And both of the verbs, so one verb, as you can see here, in tajlis, ajlis. The particle in is coming once, but both of these verbs, so I didn't know whether you noticed the first time, one particle is making both of these particles in the state of majzoom. Did anyone notice this before?
Yeah.
Yes? Or no? In tajlis, ajlis.
Yes. No,
So
I
yeah, so this you need to notice in tajlis, ajlis. So this is condition and this is the reward. Shart, in Arabic, we call it shart and jawab. Shart and jaza. So this is really important to understand the ayat of the Quran, that this is the condition. If you do this, this will happen. Is that clear?
Chick, can I ask you something?
Jaza is reward.
So jaza is reward, yes.
Yeah, so why jaza?
result.
Jaza means reward, means that if this action you do, then I will do this. It's a conditional
Okay.
sentence. It's called
Okay.
it's called jumla shartiya. Shartiya meaning a sentence is condition that if this,
Condition.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Sheikh,
And
can I
then-
ask you something, please?
Yes.
I'm just confirming if I understood well. When in comes before illa, it's always negative. Is
Correct.
that right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Sister Fatima, Mirali.
Can you tell me, please, what the translation of an is with a fatha?
I like your questions. Okay. Okay, thanks for asking that. Actually, that is the topic which is going to be in the next couple of minutes. Okay, the difference between, write this point as well. Sister Fatima Mirali has asked this question. It's fine. It's related to our topic, but I was going to do it in a second because that's the second part of this lesson. In is conditional. An with a fatha. This in with a fatha. Whenever that part is a particle which comes in front of the present tense. It comes in front of the present tense. And Fatima, what does yadhabu mean, first of all?
So that comes from, it's been like nearly a year, so forgive me. So
Okay. Dhahaba means he went.
Dhahaba means he went. So yad, that's present. Yadhabu means, is it he goes?
Yeah, he is going or he goes. Now,
Okay.
what happens is this, is that an is a particle which is used with the present tense. However, how is it used? I'll explain. In English, we say, I would like to, I would like to go to school, or I would like to go to the restaurant. Now, I would like, that's a verb, correct?
Yeah.
I would like to go. Now, to go, it's how in English, how would you say to go? What type of is it a composition? Is it a verb? What is it?
Yeah, it's a verb, isn't it? To go.
To go.
So like dhahaba,
Yeah,
he went,
but-
but that's in the past, but that's how
Exactly.
you,
exactly. So when you say to go, what is it a particle? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? What is it?
Verb.
So those-
Present tense verb.
To, but the verb,
Condition.
when you say to, it doesn't imply she, he, and we. So how could it be a verb?
A conditional thing.
You see where I'm coming from, Sister Fatima?
yeah.
That's two. So when two comes, so this is the thing that we as English speakers, we take things for granted. We don't really know the means that what type of term is regarded to go treated as. Now, because when you learn Arabic grammar, your English understanding grammar improves. So whenever to comes, it's in English, it's called the infinitive.
Infinitive, yeah. It's like in French, you say manger, to eat.
Exactly. So infinitive is the term which uses in English, or it gives the meaning of the root word. To go. So when you say to go, when you say to leave, to wash, what it does not imply past, present, or future. It just indicates continuation of action. So in Arabic, we call it masdar. In Arabic,
Yeah.
we call it masdar. Masdar
Yeah.
is a root word which only indicates upon the action without indicating any person, he, she, and we.
That subject.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Sheikh, can I ask you
Yes.
something?
Yes.
So, the root word, we always have it as a 3-letter word or a 4-letter word, but then
Correct.
that is always, we say it is the root word to go
Correct.
or to do something, but
Yes.
it has the masculine, like a third person.
No,
Like
not really.
the-
No, not at all, not at all. So when you say dhahaba is third person, for he. But when you want to go, or there's two ways of saying the masdar. Or you can either have hitting, running, eating. So a word which ends with ing without having any pronouns is a root word, or you have you put to in front of it. When you say to go,
Okay.
I want to go, it's giving the root word meaning. It doesn't imply any past, present, or future tense. It's just indication of an action. Now, what happens is that yes, you're right. You have, like, for example, I'll give you an example. So for the 3-letter, now let me explain. Now for 3-letter verbs in Arabic, the verb, for example, daraba yadribu darbatan. So darbatan is the root word from which daraba and yadribu has come. Darbatan is a time marbuta. So in Arabic language, root words, they normally have a time marbuta at the end for 3-letter verbs, or darban or qatlan. So these are nouns. These are nouns which give the meaning of a verb, action, hitting, killing, smelling, running.
Okay.
So these are nouns which are root words for the verb. So in Arabic, there's a discussion: did the action happen or the noun happen first? So the action, hitting, running, these are nouns which give the meaning of a description of an action itself. Now, what is happening is that in Arabic language, when we want to construct a sentence with a verb, so in the Arabic, listen to this carefully. In the Arabic language, when you want to make a sentence with a verb and a root word, a root word meaning a masdar, you use an. You would use an with the present tense. You will use an with the present tense of that noun or that verb to get the meaning of to, and you'll be able to construct a sentence. I'll give you an example. I want to eat. I want to eat. Now, I do apologize. I'm not going to be able to finish off everything today because it's just a twist in the class, which is the questions just come. So I need to, which is good. It's fine. Let me just go to one of the slides and explain this.
This an is an alif and noon, isn't it? Or is it ain and noon?
Nun sakin.
Alif
Yeah,
and noon.
alif and noon. Yeah. Sister Fatima, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. There are look at this now. Funny enough, this is something I prepared, but I was going to do it in a stage, but you've asked the question and now I'm going to answer it. No, that's fine, because if I don't answer it now, it's going to cause some confusion, so it's fine. Now, can you see the word uridu? So the verb arada, yuridu, uridu, everyone knows it. Uridu means I want.
I want, yeah.
Everyone knows the verb uridu. What is the past tense of uridu?
Rada.
How do you spell it?
Re, alif, and dal.
Not re. Please. I want to correct this mistake. Write this down as well, and that's the reason I will send this again, and I will test you next week, everyone, because I can't have these minor mistakes from students, because you are now coming up to book 4, and this is a minor mistake, and this minor mistake should not happen. Let me just show you. The past tense is arada. Sister Najma,
Yeah.
arada.
Rada.
So alif, ra, alif, dal. Arada. Arada means he wanted, he desired. How many letter verb is this?
1, 2, 4.
Exactly. It's a 4-letter verb. So arada. So Sister Najma, I want you to do this, and then I want to do everything in detail. So I want you to do the past tense, and then I'll come to the point which I'm trying to explain. Can you do the past tense? Arada.
Huwa arada, huma arada, hum aradu, hiya aradat, huma aradata, hunna aradna,
Correct.
anta aratta, antuma arattuma, antum arattum, anti aratti, antuma arattuma, antunna arattunna, ana arattu, nahnu
Aradna.
Aradna.
So this is the passage of arada yuridu. So this verb is used every day in the Arabic language, and even with yourselves. I want that. I want to do this. I don't want this. La uridu. Now the present tense is yuridu. Now for the present tense, I'm going to ask Sister Sakina. Sister Sakina, can you come forward? Can you do the present tense for me?
أريد
Yuridu, present tense. Yuridu.
يريد هو يريد هما يريدان هم يريدون هي تريد هما تريدان هن يريدن أنت تريد أنتما تريدان أنتم تريدون أنت تريدين أنتما تريدان أنتن تريدن أنا أريد نحن نريد.
Excellent. So this verb, when you go to ziyarat, Iraq, anywhere, arada yuridu is something which is a must know. Right. Let's go back. And the arada yuridu is a weak letter verb as well, as you may know from that. Where do we need to go? Need to go to- Right. Now, Sister Fatima Mirali, come back. Bismillah. So now I'm going to try to explain this an. So an. So for example, let's read the first example. Uridu.
Uridu al-kitaba.
So uridu. So what uridu al-kitaba? What does that mean here?
I would like the book.
I would like the book. Now in this sentence, you have the verb and the object.
Now, yeah.
So al-kitaba is an object and is a noun. Correct?
Yes.
And al-kitab is a non-living thing. Now the next thing you have uri now, and it's al-kitaba is the object and I am the doer. Next one.
Uridu al-khuruj. I would like the exit.
Exactly. I would like the exit. Now the word al-khuruj is a root word, khuruj, exit, exiting or exit. Now there are two ways to use this. So al-khuruj is the noun and it's a masdar, which indicates of an action. It's just a noun which gives the meaning of a action. I want the exit. Now there are two ways of constructing a sentence. Either you use the root word, which is the masdar, or as you said, an. What does the meaning of an? An gives the meaning of to, and it comes with the present tense, and the verb of the present tense will be in the same form.
So it's like you're saying, Uridu an akhruja. I would like that I go.
I desire to go.
Yeah. Oh, I desire to, and then I go.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, like that. Okay. Because you can say akhruj, right? It means I go.
Yeah, uridu al-khuruj, I want to exit.
Yeah.
I want to exit. So you could say this would be more eloquent. Uridu an akhruja. I want to leave.
I see.
So al-khuruja and an akhruja is pretty much the same meaning.
Okay.
So what's the difference is that here you're using the present tense and you're using an together to get the meaning I want to leave.
To leave.
And here the last letter of the present tense gets a fatha. No, there's difference. Sister Zinat, there's a difference. Here, uridu an akhruja, the last letter is getting a fatha because of the an. Uridu an akhruja, I want to leave. But over here, uridu al khuruja, I want to leave. Here, al khuruja is getting the fatha, not because of an, it's now because of uridu, which is the doer of the verb, and al khurujla is the object. Is that clear?
So Sheikh, whenever there is an an, the verb following it will be in mansub.
Exactly. And for example, Sister Zora, as you know, Mike, the verb is akala. Alif, hamza, kaf, lam, akala. And if you want to say, I want to eat, how would you say that?
Uridu, either I can say I don't know.
Akla?
Al
Akla?
akla
Yep.
or uridu an akula.
Cool.
An
Cool.
akula. An
An
akula.
akula. An akula. Okay.
Excellent. Does that make sense now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, this comes in the Quran quite often. And there are so many ayat when there's a verb before it and an comes after it. It gives the meaning, I want to do that. I would like to do this. He is, and so forth.
So,
So when
last
you read
question, Sheikh.
Yes,
Just as
go ahead.
Basla. In the translation, sometimes
Yes.
is it an comes at like so that, like, you said I want to leave, right?
Yep.
So, or I want to no, how do not so that I can leave, would that come as that as an or no?
No, that is
No.
that is hatta.
Oh, okay.
So when hatta comes,
Very
like hatta,
confusing.
yeah. So an only comes in the meaning of to, but the word hatta can come in the meaning of in order or so to. Like
Okay.
so when the Quran, there's two usage of hatta. Hatta sometimes is used with nouns, and sometimes hatta is used with verbs.
Okay.
And when it's used with verbs, it means until.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What's the masdar of akala?
Al-aql. Al-aql. So yeah, aql, aqlun or aqlan.
Okay.
So it's uridu al-aqla.
Okay.
So that's that. And then
An example of hatta with a noun, please.
give you an example. Give me 1 second, doctor.
ألهاكم التكاثر.
Okay, this is a really good example. I do apologize before I'm going to give this example, but this is a really important one which we study in fiqh. But I do apologize that the topic. Give me 1 second, doctor. I'm going to give you this example now. Go to Surah Baqarah, verse number 222. Surah Baqarah, verse number 222. This ayah here now.
إن الله يحب التوابين
No.
يحب المتطهرين.
Just 1 second. Let me just go to the beginning of the ayah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Everyone listen to this ayah now. This is about women when they are in their monthly cycle itself. Now it says here, wala taqrabu hunna. Okay. Now this here, as you know, that la taqrabu hunna, and la taqrabu, you do not go close to them. So the noon has been dropped. La taqrabuna. So la taqrabuna is referring to the masculine. La taqrabu na hunna. The noon has been dropped. So you will know that this la is la an nahiya. Yes?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it should be taqrabuna. Taqrabuna. So taqrabu is you one masculine, taqrabani you two, taqrabuna you all. And here, the vav, you know that when the vav comes, it's for plural masculine. So wala taqrabu hunna. You should not draw close to them. Why not? Until when? Hatta
Yathurna.
yathurna. So here, this is example of hatta, that until they become
Tahir.
tahir. Now, of course, then the ulama, now I'm giving you example, some taster of fiqh. Now in fiqh now, you will see now the ulama differ on this now. Until they become, now yathurna, remember we talked about fil lazim and fil mutaaddi. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Fil lazim and fil mutaaddi.
Yes. Yes.
What was Sister Zinat or Sister Zuhra? You remember lazim and mutaaddi?
No.
Yeah,
Don't remember.
lazim is wajib.
No, not lazim is wajib. I like that.
No, means it is compulsory.
Yes, that is the
Yeah,
meaning.
that is,
literal
I
meaning.
meant wajib. I didn't mean otherwise.
No. Okay, what it means here, it's good to have some humor in the class as well. Now, fi'l lazim, remember us talk about in Arabic language are two types of verbs. That one verb just requires the doer and the verb. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And there's
yes.
one verb which requires the doer, the verb, and the object.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Yes.
here, you became clean. So when you become clean, it doesn't require an object. So this is fi'l lazim. It only requires the action and the
That's right.
verb. It doesn't require an object.
Yes.
The point which
So
I want to
masdar.
make, it lazim, fi'l lazim. This is fi'l lazim. Is an intransitive verb. An intransitive verb does not require an object. It just requires the doer. So yathurna is they all females. Now,
Yes.
this is a tip. Just write this down as notes. Please note. Any verb which gives the meaning of change of state or color,
Again, sir.
any verb which gives the meaning of becoming or change of state or change of color is fi'l al-lazim, meaning it does not require an object.
Doesn't require.
It does not require an object.
Yes, only the verb and the doer. That's sufficient.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Is that clear, doctor?
Yes, clear. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So because when you say you become clean, it's a state change of state of a
Yes.
person within. It's not something external upon someone else. Okay. So, and also when you say he became red or he became angry, this is a change of mood. And when is a change of mood? It's fi'l lazim. It's an intransitive verb. It doesn't require an object. Why did I mention this here? Is one reason. When we, inshallah, will start in Arabic language, I am planning to start this. I'm just waiting for just finish off the preliminary of Arabic. I do promise you, I will start fiqh al-istidlali with you. So fiqh istidlali, it's discussing the ahkam in more detail from the ayat of the Quran and the ahadith of the Imams alayhimus salam of how this ruling came about. What were the ayat? What were the actual discussion for it to come? Now, this here now, I'm gonna give you just a tip of an iceberg and give you a taster. Yathurna, so become clean. What does this mean? Now, the ulama discuss now this verb, which indicates become clean. Does this mean that you can draw close to a lady when she becomes clean from that monthly cycle, or would she become clean after the ghusl itself? Do you understand?
Oh,
So there's discussion then amongst the ulama. Does this mean clean that after the monthly cycle have passed, before the ghusl, is she clean, or after the ghusl she becomes clean?
Okay.
So this is just a taster of what type of discussions ulama have to do to make it. And sometimes you will see some ulama, they say, no, when it becomes, some have said that is before, if she becomes cleansed from the blood, that's fine. And some they know it has to be after the ghusl itself. So this is why I was indicating fi'l lazim and fi'l muta'addi, that if it is indicating a change of state, this is how they are interpreting the meaning of the ayat of the Quran.
Okay,
So
okay.
main thing which I wanted to indicate is on hatta. So here, hatta is coming with the present tense. Now it indicates until they become clean. Is that clear for you now, doctor?
Are you going to do fiqh of Bakir Irwani?
Yes, I'll do Bakir Irwani's fiqh. That's easier to understand. I'm not going to do any other book. Bakir Irwani's fiqh is probably the best, more practical.
Translated that into English.
Sorry, how about translated in English?
Translated into English.
We will translate it because that's the whole reason why I'm taking so much time to teach you Arabic to such a good level that you should be able to read and understand Bakir Irwani's fiqh book in Arabic itself.
Ahsan, Jazakallah.
So that's that. And then, do you want some more ayats of the Quran?
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here it says wala takrabu.
Yep.
And this is, you said this is not nafi, it's nafia, yeah? Is it
Yes.
there is no alif there? It's because there's no alif there, isn't it?
This is noon. The noon is not there. This is la nahiya, negation. You should not draw close to them.
Yeah, but if it was alif there, then it is nafi, yeah?
No. If the noon was there.
If noon was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So la takrabu aw takrabuna hunna.
Okay, so you have to omit noon if you got hunna.
No. The noon is not because of hunna. It's because of la and nahiya. La and nahiya is jazima. It makes the present tense in the state of jazm. And when the present tense is in the state of jazm, the noon has to be dropped, as Sister Fatima Mirali had read earlier.
Okay. Yeah.
In la and nafi means that I am not, that's a negation, a negative, not a negation as such. Right, let's go back. We drifted off and I need to go back. So over here, so la, this is now example of la nafi, la yumkinuni. So whenever you want to say it is not possible for me, la yumkinuni al khuruju. So here, the word khuruj is a root word, which means it is not possible for me. What is not possible? The exit or the leaving is not possible for me. Can you see al-khuruju is coming with a dhamma?
Yeah.
So here, al-khuruju is coming as the fa'il of yumkinu. Yumkinu means possible. La yumkinu means it is not possible. The exit, the leaving is not possible for who? So when noon and the ya come together, it means me. So when Imam Hussain alayhi salam, you probably have heard of this. Imam Hussain alayhi salam said, what did he say? The hadith goes as such, Abu Bakr wa Umar qataluni. Qataluni.
They killed me.
Yeah, Abu Bakr and Umar, they killed me. This is in Sunni books. Has mentioned that Imam Hussain alayhi salam has said that on the day of judgment, I will complain to my grandfather that Abu Bakr and Umar are the people responsible for my killing itself. So qatalu ni.
Because they were the root.
Yes, they were the root. They were the chief.
But they are a dual, so then is the dual not a bit different?
So they use the plural there. They
Yeah. But
they use.
If you did use the dual, what would that be again, please?
It's gonna use Abu. So it'd be Abu Bakr wa Umar qatalani.
Qatalani.
Qatalani, yes. But what I remember is a plural has been used.
Because others were involved.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense. And just very quickly, like sometimes when we're on ziyarah, people say,
could you
"La
write down
mumkin."
this, please?
Sorry, doctor?
Could you write down the hadith, please, and where it is?
I'll send you the reference of the actual book, so that you have the reference for that as well.
Ahsan, Jazakallah.
Yes, Sis Fatima?
This is in their books.
Yes, this is in their books. Ayatollah, I'll send you recordings of this as well, of ulama who have referenced this as well, and mentioned this, that Imam Hussain alayhi salam has said this as well. In some of our books, it says Fulan ibn Fulan. So some in hadith, the names have been omitted, and Fulan has been, in other books, the names have been mentioned itself. The names have been mentioned, because they are the actual people who have put the foundations for Muawiyah to take the leadership of Sham, and then they took power and they gave its power to Yazid ibn La'in. Right, next question. What was the question, Fatima?
So am I hearing that it's la yumkin? Because people say la mumkin. They're not saying mumkin, they're saying yumkin, are they?
No, so good question. So when you go to Ziyarat in Iraq, la mumkin. So sometimes the slang, they say la mumkin, meaning not possible. Mumkin is a noun.
Okay.
So mumkin is used as well, la mumkin, but the correct way is la yumkinuni, or la yumkinu al-khuruj.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that is the actual verb. It's alif amkana, yumkinu, and the present tense is yumkinu. Ni is for me, and al-khuruj is the file. So if you want to say the exit, or for example, if you want to say al-dhahab, so al-dhahabu, sorry, al-dhahabu. Al-dhahabu means going. So la yumkinuni al-dhahabu. So what would it mean? What would that mean? The going
is not possible.
Yeah. So for example, sometimes you can say la yumkinuni az-ziyaratu.
Not possible for me.
Yes, the ziyarat is not possible for me. Is that clear now?
Yeah, thank you.
Sister Zinat, Sister Sharbana Khak was not here today. Sister Mukarrama, is that clear?
Yes, alhamdulillah. So far, yes.
Sheikh.
Yep.
So if I want to say ziyarat is a possibility, then the possibility would be a masdar.
The ziyarat is a, so a ziyaratu, no, that's going to be different. But if you say the ziyarat is possible for me, no, you'll say a ziyaratu yumkinuni.
Okay.
Or you could say yumkinuni, you could say the other way as well. Yumkinuni az-ziyaratu.
Okay.
Ziyaratu, yumkinuni az-ziyaratu. The ziyara is possible for me.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the two ways. You have the root word al-masdar, la yumkini al-khuruj. So this is the way, and the other way. Okay, that is. I'm not going to do the other ones, but this is the basic understanding of an itself. So an comes with the present tense.
It is an here, but you still said ziyaratu, not ziyarata.
Yeah. So
Ziyara.
la yumkin az-ziyaratu. What's happening when the root word is coming, then it will come as the doer of the verb itself, like la yumkinuni al-khuruju.
Oh, okay.
So here, because it's a yumkinu is a third person, and this noun is coming as the doer itself. Over on the top, uridu al-khuruja. Al-khuruja is coming with a fatha because I am doing the wanting to do what? The leaving itself.
That's the object.
Exactly. I'll send you this handout. I think I haven't sent you this handout yet. I'll send this out to you so that you have this an example. I'll give you some examples from the ayat of the Quran as well. Right. Let me just try to finish off what we started, so at least something is covered rather than leaving that pending. So Zohra, can you read, please?
Which is number?
4 we're on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
4. Wait.
Just 1 second. Let me find the right one. This one here. Fa.
Fa should be brought before the jaza of a shart when the jaza is one of the following. Jumlatun ismiya. Jumlatun ismiya. Example. In ta'atini fa'anta mukramun. If you come to me, you will be treated hospitably.
Exactly. So you will see in the Quran when in comes, and when the jaza comes, you will find fa with it as well. So this fa comes in the meaning of so. So you will be respected honorably.
Okay.
Okay, that's that.
So it can be also like therefore. So or
Yes.
therefore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are some other examples of in using as well. So sometimes within the jaza can come following.
Oh.
I hope you send this to us, this particular, it's a very good write-up, this one, if you can send it
I'll
to
send
us.
that across. I'll send that across.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sister. In
Which one? Oh,
in
in
ra'ayta.
okay. In ra'ayta or in akramtani? Is that the one in akramtani?
I can't find that.
Right.
Oh, I don't. Where am I?
So we did that in ta'tini fa anta mukramun. So that's A.
We did.
And number B is this one here on the screen. Look on the screen. In ra'ayta. If you see.
In ra'ayta Zaydan fa'akrimhu. If you see Zayd, treat him hospitably.
Correct. So in here now is coming with a past tense verb now. And here it's acting as a condition now. So in can come with a past tense. It doesn't change the verb. It does not change the verb, but it just changes the sentence as condition and the reward for akrimhu. So in ra'ayta Zayd, if you see Zayd, for akrimhu. So respect him. So the reward, the imperative is coming now for akrimhu. Who is referring back to Zayd, and Zaydan is getting a fatha tanween. Why? Why is it in ra'ayta Zaydan? Why is it not Zaydun?
Because it's the object.
Correct. Correct. Can you do number C and D, please?
Hold on, sheet. I can't. Okay. C is
There you go.
in
Made it bigger.
yeah, sorry. In ataka Zaydun fala tuhinhu. If
Yeah.
Zayd comes to you, do not humiliate him.
Yeah, so here la, so this verb, I'll send this in the group as well. So I need to send the Abu Bakr and Umar reference, and I'll also send you the reference of ahana. This verb tuhinhu, it's a weak letter verb. So there was between the ha and the noon, there was a ya there. And because its noon came with a sukoon, and ya was ahana yuhino. So tohino. So the ya is with a sukoon and the noon with a sukoon. Whenever two sukoons join together, the weak letter, which is the ya, will be dropped. So because fala tuhinhu, do not humiliate him. So the reward or the answer for the condition of in ataka Zayd, if Zayd comes to you, fala tuhinhu. Now the reply is in the form of a negation, a negative command.
So in the first one, Sheikh, it says in ra'ayta Zaydan fa'akrimhu. Then the akrimhu is a amr, isn't it?
Yes, yes. For akrim, fa is the jaza, meaning so. Akrim,
yeah.
Who is the pronoun him, referring back to Zayd. Respect him is a command. Correct.
And then the second one you said was the la of nahya. It's the negation.
Yes.
Okay.
Continue. In akramtani.
In akramtani fajazakallahu khaira. If you treat me hospitably, then may Allah reward you. Exactly.
Now the condition in akramtani. So if you respect me, this condition, and the response, the reply is coming in the form of a dua. Fajazakallahu khaira. May Allah reward you.
Okay. It's a little confusing, Sheikh, to remember everything.
No. It's good practice. So just remember when in comes in the ayat of the Quran, you need to understand there's two types of in. In is conditional. That's it. And it makes and that's the only thing. The rest of these things you will understand from the context, and you will be able to know that there are 4 types of ins when it comes to the past tense itself. So next week, because I have started this topic, I will cover this in detail, and even next week's lesson, I will continue this, and I will send you tonight, inshallah, ayat of the Quran where jumla shartiyas are being used as well. And I would just want you to highlight those ayat, where is the shart and where is the jaza. I will mention in the actual handout, which was sent shortly, so that you could do that as well.
Okay.
So this will just, because I need to do this for you to be able to understand the Quran, because these concepts are there. If I teach you the concepts, when you go to the ayat of the Quran, you will understand the meaning straight away, inshallah.
Okay.
Right. Any questions from anyone?
I know other people might know this, but you know, in B it says Zaydun, and then C it's Zaydun.
Yep.
It might be a grammatical thing. Maybe I have to ask you later on, but I don't understand why there's a dun and there's a dun. So
Okay.
I'm not going to take time up right now.
No, it's fine.
But
It's a question. It's a question. I will answer that now. It's a question which is valid and should be answered now. In Ra'ayta Zaydan, if you see Zayd, so you see who? Zayd is the object. So you are referring to doer, and what are you going to do? See Zayd. Zayd is the object. That's the reason why it's mansub. It's the object of the verb Ra'ayta. Now here in Ataka Zaydun. In Ataka, who is coming? Sister Fatima. Who is doing the action of coming?
Zaid.
Exactly. So because Zayd is the one who's doing the word ata yati. So the verb ata is the verb. Ka means you, and the doer of the of ata coming is Zayd. Zaydun is the doer of the verb of ata.
okay, so he's the doer. That's why.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Any other questions from anyone else? Was this a bit too tough?
Very tough.
Little bit tough. Little bit tough.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry.
Very
I'll
beautiful
break.
the way you put it.
Sorry.
You did it very beautifully. Thank you.
Yes, you did.
I'll try to elaborate even more on this, and I'll send you some examples of the Quran so that I'll make it clearer. But because the lesson is not complete yet, that's one of the reasons that you may find it slightly tough. Once I finish the whole lesson, inshallah, it will be much more clear for you, because I've just done half of the lesson today. So inshallah, next probably 2 more lessons I'll need to touch upon the subject to complete it, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil
Jazakallah khairan.
Jazakallah.